You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of ABK Media Group, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County every day at 9 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, and welcome to another edition of Good Morning Gwinnett. I'm your host, Audrey Bell Kearney, bringing you stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County. Listen, guys, I am in Vegas. I am in Las Vegas, Nevada, doing this show live. That is the absolute power of podcasting. You know, the one thing I love about technology is that it allows you to do so many different things. I mean, really, I'm sitting in my hotel room at the Tropicana right now in Vegas, bringing you information about what's going on around our beautiful county of Gwinnett. And, you know, I probably would much rather be somewhere else. However, I'm here. This is also my dad used to live in Vegas. And I'm going to get on with the horoscopes, but I just want to tell you guys a quick story. My dad lost his wife in 2005, June 2005. They were married for a long time. They lived in San Diego, California, and she had told me before she passed away. I was living in North Carolina at the time, and she had told me that they were going to move to North Carolina. And my dad said he wanted to buy a house, and my husband and I had a house in North Carolina. It was a big old Victorian, which I absolutely loved. It was old though; it was like 1920. And so I said to my dad, I said, "Man, when you come down here, you can help me renovate it because I suck." You know, my husband and I tried to do some renovations on the house, but I'm no good at that stuff. And he and his wife, her name was Florence, they said they were going to move to North Carolina, and I was really excited about that because I hadn't spent any time living with my dad since I was 10 years old, and at that time I think I might have been 35, I think. And he told me that was his plan. They told me they were going to come down there, they were going to buy a house in North Carolina where we were, and he was going to help me renovate our house because that's what he did. He was a master carpenter. He knew how to make everything look beautiful. And so that was his plan. And that was probably in 2004. Well, 2005, June 2005, his wife passed away. And I had to go out to San Diego and help him, you know, with the funeral arrangements and everything like that. And, you know, after she passed away, he told me he always dreamt of living in Vegas. And he said, I always wanted to live in Vegas. So when she passed away, I guess he said, you know what, life is short. I'm going to move to Vegas. And he did. So he moved out to Vegas. He bought a beautiful house in Vegas. And my brother came out here to help him set everything up because he was by himself. My brother came out. They spent some time together. It was like around a Christmas. It was one Christmas, right after Christmas, like the day after Christmas in 2005. He moved. She passed away June 2005. And he moved out to Vegas in November 2005. My brother came out here in December 2005 and you know, helped him get everything set up. And he bought a beautiful house and things like that. Well, fast forward to May 2nd, 2006, he passed away. So today is May 2nd, 2019. So it's been 13 years since my dad passed away. So, you know, even every time I come to Vegas, and this is my third time coming, it's always pretty bittersweet. It always makes me emotional. People don't know because I'm not an emotional person like that. Matter of fact, some people call me cold. I don't know why. I think I'm pretty warm. But anyway, it's always a bittersweet moment for me. And, you know, every time I come to Vegas, I try to make the best of it. But it just never turns out to be a good trip for me, ever. And so this trip is pretty much turning out the same way. But needless to say, I'm going to make the best of it as I go along. So I'm going to stop being so sappy right now and get on with the horoscopes. So our horoscopes are brought to you by Michael Thyssen, our astrologer. He gives us our daily horoscopes about what's going on with you in your zodiac. So we're going to kick it off with Aries. You are best to move quickly and get in good with the boss. Insincere gestures of friendliness are likely to occur. If you can't get away, make plans to do something special with your friends or relatives. Taurus, changes in your domestic scene are apparent. you will find your vitality is lowered. You can bet that situation will get out of hand if you allow others to interfere. You know, I'm not going to interfere with anybody's stuff, and I'm a Pisces, but there's a Taurus in my life right now that's really pissing me off, and I ain't going to get too personal right about that, and I shouldn't even said that on the show, but anyway. Gemini, call a good friend. Some of the best opportunities will crop up if you keep an open mind. Your partner will blow situations out of proportion. Listen, Gemini, don't let your partner blow things out of proportion. Just keep on moving forward, because that's what, you know, sometimes stuff can get out of hand, so you don't want that to happen. Cancer, try to mix business with pleasure while traveling. You could be your own worst enemy if you overreact to something you're told. You can make money if you put your mind to it. Put your mind to it, Cancer, so you can make that money. You know, you want to make some money. And don't overreact today. Don't blow things out of proportion. Leo, invite friends over. You will have excellent ideas, and you should be able to help your partner get ahead. Competitive games will be your forte. All right. Be competitive. Don't be too competitive, Leo. You know, have some fun while you do it. And, you know, you're probably going to have some really good ideas right now to help your partner get ahead. And that's a good thing. If you can help your partner go to the next level, by all means, do so. Virgo, your ability to work with detail could help you achieve your goals. You need to spend time with friends and family. Don't get into heated discussions. Listen, Virgo. Don't get into heated discussions. You know, pay attention to the details to help you move your goals forward so you can achieve them, because that's the best thing in the world. I'm going to come right back after this song to bring you the next 6 horoscopes brought to you by Michael Tharson for May 2nd. All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah. Shooting's out there, we like to party. Listen up, yeah, it's time to start it. And I know you got it. You with me, let's rock this party. All the girls on the side say, and all my fellas on the side say, tonight we're gonna fly high to the skies, 'cause we're gonna have a taste of the good life. Here we go, up. We're gonna rock this club till it blows up. Yeah, we're gonna live a good life. Yeah, we're gonna do it all night. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. I saw you when you passed me by, girl. Listen, baby, it ain't no lie, girl. And I can't deny that your sexy little booty caught my eye, girl. Listen, you don't have to be the shy, girl. I'm not a player, no, I'm not the guy, girl. Listen, yeah, I know that we could fly up in the sky. At least we could try, girl. Yeah, you know that I've been around this time, look up and down for some to play with. Yeah, I know I finally found you, girl. I know I found you, girl. You got me. Come with me.
Hey, welcome back to Good Morning Gwinnett. I'm your host, Audrey Bell Kearney, bringing you the Daily Horoscopes brought to you by Michael Thyssen, our resident astrologist. So we're going to pick up where we left off, which is Libra. Libra, your hard work and dedication will pay off. So stick to your guns and do your job well. Opportunities to get together with friends will be enlightened and entertaining. Do not confront situations unless you are sure you have a good understanding of the dilemma. Make sure you understand what's going on before you jump in, Libra. Scorpio, you may have difficulties while traveling or problems dealing with close friends or relatives. You need a change and you need to earn more cash. Deception and doubts may surround your involvement with friends and relatives. Be careful, Scorpio. You know, you need more cash, you need more stuff going on, but you want to be careful too. And be careful of people who are just deceiving and deceptive and manipulative. Watch out for them because they are all around us most of the time. Sagittarius, be cautious who you deal with financially. New relationships will surface through work-related events. Romantic encounters will be full of excitement. Okay, Sag, you got some romance on the rise. Okay, now, that sounds exciting. Capricorn, competitive games will be your forte. You can make financial deals, but it may be best if you're not using your own cash. Other people's money, Capricorn, use other people's money. You may be the recipient of false information, and beware of false information. Just beware. Everything people tell you is not always true. There's an old saying, believe none of what the people say and half of what you see, because you just never know. Aquarius, think twice before eating spicy foods. You may have problems with your stomach. Do not exaggerate. You may be sensitive concerning friends and their situations. Watch out for the spicy food. If you like spicy foods, and I like spicy foods, it could mess your stomach up. So be careful with that, Aquarius. My fellow fish, Pisces, jealous colleagues may try to undermine you. Concentrate on spending quality time with your children and friends. Visitors may drop by unexpectedly, resulting in tension with your lover. Listen, just enjoy yourself. And I'm gonna take that advice while I'm in Vegas, and I'm here with my daughter and my grandbaby. I'm gonna take that advice. I'm gonna concentrate on spending quality time with my daughter and my grandbaby while I'm in Vegas, even though it's pretty sad for me because I think about my dad, But the one thing I can say about him is that he got a chance to do what he said he always wanted to do, which was live in Vegas. He got a chance to do that, so I'm happy for that, and I know he's resting in heaven right now with his wife, whom he loved, and I'm happy he got a chance to do that. So listen, life is really short, guys, and I don't mean to be so sappy right now, but I'm in a sappy mood, sort of, and I just want to say life is really short, and you should take every day and treat it as a gift. You should be nice to people. You should be honest to people. You should try not to manipulate situations for your own greedy needs, and just enjoy and think about the things that you really want to do in life, things that are going to make you happy. And if making you happy means making somebody else miserable, you may want to rethink that because that's a bad situation. My dad was the type of person he was a go-getter. He was an entrepreneur. He was a talented carpenter, and he was a quiet kind of man. He was very jazzy, very snazzy. My mom had some real issues when they were together because he was a snazzy joker. Women loved him. I'm going to say that much. Women loved him, but he lived life on his terms. He didn't work for anybody. He worked for himself. He had a company called Bell's Bath and Kitchen, where he was really good with making things look nice. And he had suffered some health issues a while back, and he had a stroke. And so I remember the last time he and I got a chance to spend some time together, I came to San Diego, and and I don't mean to be sappy. I'm just having a moment of recollection here. I came to San Diego to visit him, and he took me to a casino. It was like on an Indian reservation out here in San Diego, and my dad had a stroke, so he was like semi-paralyzed on one side, but he could still drive. His speech wasn't the best, but he could still drive. And I remember him taking me up this mountain to this casino, and he was flying. And I said, Daddy, don't you think you driving too fast? And, he just laughed it off. But he was flying. I was scared to death, to tell you the truth. He was flying up the mountain. And And, you know, we had a good time. He cooked me a steak. He could cook. I didn't know he could cook because he and I had been estranged since I was 10 years old, you know, so I didn't even know he could cook, but he cooked me a steak and it was delicious. So, you know, I just want to say, rest in heaven to my dad. I'm in Vegas once again. I'm in Vegas once again where it's pretty rough for many different reasons. But rest in heaven, Dad, and I'm going to keep on going with the show and make the best of this trip while I'm here. All right, so listen, according to, So Gwinnett County was looking for a new election supervisor because, you know, the one that's in there now, Lynn Ledford, had got a promotion and she's moving on to a different position. She was promoted to a new position, and there was some information. There was some information put out about looking for someone to replace her as the election supervisor, and people felt like, you know, so there were some people in Gwinnett, some Democrats, who felt like they did that underhandedly, like it wasn't put out there for everybody to know about, and so they asked for an extension of the extension for people to sign up for that particular job. So they got an extension for that. So right now there's a total of 50 people who have signed up to take over that position. So we're going to see how that rolls out and who actually become the next election supervisor for the Gwinnett County to replace Lynn Ledford as she moves on to her new position. But there was a lot of pressure by the Democrats because they felt like that, you know, the process had not been transparent or it wasn't thorough enough. And so the election board chairman, John Mangiano, said 7 new applicants, you know, were received during this additional extension, which was 2 weeks. And now that brings the total to 50. So we're going to see how that all rolls out. You know, my thing is, if you're going to do things decent and in order, and then you won't have these issues. I mean, I don't understand why people just can't be decent. You know, maybe it's just me. I try to be decent. I try to be as decent as I can. I really do. But, you know, that's not everybody. So I can't speak for everybody. I'm just talking for myself. Anyway, that's just how I feel. So Brazelton is considering a large mixed-use complex coming, which is kind of nice. So it's going to be 460 homes, and they're seeking approval for that. So that's going to be pretty cool. So Brazelton is actually doing some building too. Like, there's a lot of development going on around here, and I love mixed-use developments because I think it gives you luxury and convenience at the same time. So for those of you who don't know what a mixed-use development is, it's normally comprised of homes and stores. And I like it. I think it's great. So you got retail and commercial all there together. So Brazelton will consider approval of a large mixed-use development on 229 acres off of State Route 211 North. This request is to develop property for 400. It's going to be 460 single-family homes and townhomes. 202,250 square feet of retail commercial space in the building, and 5 additional commercial out partials. That is going to be, it's probably going to be beautiful. It's going to be brand new for one thing. And so you got to think it's probably going to be a beautiful, beautiful space. So I think that's going to be nice. So we're going to see if that rolls out too. It's called Vineyard Shopping Center. A bank, a gas station, a hotel are the only things that has been developed on that land as of right now. But, you know, the goal is to bring more. So the proposed Chateau Village would have homes, townhomes at various price points, along with a clubhouse, pool, tennis courts, and a playground. The commercial and retail development would be built along State Route 211. So the Planning Commission will hold a public hearing at 7 o'clock on May 20th, followed by the Mayor and City Council public hearing at 4 p.m. June 6th at the Brazelton Police Municipal Court. So we're going to see how that is. I think I just love the fact that there's going to be a lot of new things coming here, a lot of new buildings and things like that, and to stay in that vein of mixed-use properties. There's more. There's more coming. Marla, Georgia is also looking for a new development that's going to be coming, and they're building up there too as well. So a new mixed-use development near the Marla, Georgia could add another 500 apartments plus a food hall, a movie theater, a brewery. And this was given a thumbs up by the Gwinnett County Commissioners. The Board of Commissioners approved plans for the exchange at Gwinnett in November 2018, giving the go-ahead for the development on the 64 acres of land between Coolray Field and the Mall of Georgia. So that's down there by the ballpark. So if those of you who don't know what that is, if you come all the way down Buford Highway, Coolray Field Buford Drive. Coolray Field sits on Buford Drive, so it's going to be in between Coolray Field and Mall of Georgia. The project is backed by Fuquay Development, already include 500 apartments, 123-room hotel, a 123-room hotel, restaurants, retail shops, a golf entertainment complex with driving range and a full bar. That sounds beautiful. I just love it, man. I just love all the great things that are going on here. And if you're a developer and you're trying to do big things and you want to come here, listen, we are very centrally located to the airport and to the downtown Atlanta, to the ballpark and the Braves ballpark, SunTrust Park, the Mercedes-Benz stadium where the Hawks play. So we're very centrally located to a lot of things, and there's a lot going on. I love it. I think it's great. So listen, I'm going to go to a song, and I will be right back after the song to continue to bring you what's going on, the rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County.
I got some dollars in my pocket and I really wanna spend them on you. Not the wealthiest, but all I make it all to spend it on you. Now be a date for the night, be my plate, make tonight come through and trip. Take it slow, although I'm ready for more. All my cards are on the table and I'm putting all my money on you. So kiss me, don't you stop, you're gonna miss me. And I'm already too in this, don't even let it cross your mind. And do this with me, we feel the rush, we amplify. Feel the rush, we amplify. Amplify. Feel the rush, we amplify. Amplify. Feel the rush, we amplify. Got the thing that you want, but I'm really not the man that you need. You spending time on my own, knowing it will end eventually. I keep it real and you know I'm ready for more. Although I'm holding on tight, but it's you and your fight. All my cards are on the table and I'm putting all my money on you. So kiss me, don't you stop, you're gonna miss me. And I'm already too in this, even let it cross your mind. And do this with me, we feel the rush, we amplify. Feel the rush, we amplify. Amplify. Feel the rush, we amplify. Amplify. Feel the rush, we amplify.
Living life, flying high, feel the rush, amplify. Living life, flying high, feel the rush, amplify. Living life, flying high, feel the rush, amplify. Amplify, amplify. Living life, flying high, feel the rush, amplify. Living life, flying high, feel the rush, amplify. Living life, flying high, feel the rush, amplify. Amplify, amplify.
Feel the rush, we amplify. Feel the rush, we amplify. Amplify. Feel the rush, we amplify. Amplify. Feel the rush, we amplify.
Hey, welcome back to Good Morning Gwinnett. I'm your host, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County, broadcasting you live from the beautiful city of Vegas. Listen, it was lit up last night. I was extremely tired, but my daughter and I went out. We got a chance to just go out and have some dinner and things like that, and it was really nice. Vegas, they call Vegas Sin City. I told my grandbaby, your first trip is to Sin City. How about that? The first time you come to take a trip is out to Vegas or Sin City. How about that, little girl? But anyway, Gwinnett Police is accepting applications for Summer Youth Academy. So if you got a kid that you are trying to find some work for, the Gwinnett Police Department is accepting applications now through May 31st for the Summer Youth Police Academy. The Youth Police Academy is intended to educate middle school and high school students that live in Gwinnett County about the police department and how officers enforce local and state laws. The goal of YPA is to create and develop a relationship between the police department and students, and to help students learn more about the role the police play in the community and the services that they provide. I think this is a good way to help them understand, not only how these guys put their life on the line for us every day, but also understand why it's important for them to obey the law, and understand the law. The program is free and open to all students living in Gwinnett County who will be enrolled in middle school or high school as of August 2019. Each student must successfully pass an application process to attend. So the program is going to run Monday through Friday for 1 week from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. depending on the grade level. Upcoming middle school students must meet June 10th through the 14th. Upcoming high school students going to meet June 17th through the 21st. So for more information about that, you can go over to the Gwinnett. You could call Master Patrol Officer Carlos Huggins. His number is 678-226-7752. Again, his name is Carlos Huggins. His telephone number is 678-226-7752. Or you can go to Youth Police Academy at GwinnettCounty.com for more information. The classes are starting soon, so registration is starting now. So if you are interested in that, you want to get on out there and get your kid enrolled in this program, now would be a good time to do it. If you ever thought about writing a book, this is the time for you to find out more. I taught a course some years ago at Caldwell Community College in New Jersey, and it was so funny because I taught that course. It was called Writing for Dollars. That's what it was called, and it was all about how to self-publish your book. And it was amazing. I think I had about 40 students in that class. It was a 4-week course that I taught at the college, and most of the people that were in the audience were doctors. I thought it was moms and doctors, and I thought that was such an awesome thing. So I got a chance to talk to doctors. Like one doctor, I'm never going to forget her, and she finally did. She was like, out of everybody that took my class, a lot of people said to me, "Oh my God, that's so much information." They were totally overwhelmed, and so was she. But she actually paid for her assistant to come with her, so she didn't take the class by herself. She had her assistant come with her, but she was a Jewish woman, had a very thick Jewish accent, but she was a doctor, and she called me Audrey. That's what she called me, Audrey. And she said to me, "Audrey, there's just so much information." I was like, "I know, because it's not an easy process. It's not a difficult process. But the steps are pretty simple. You just have to do the work." But anyway, I'm not giving the class this time, but there is a class that's being given tonight that's going to talk to you about, how to self-publish your book. So they're going you can join them. So join us for a book talk Jane Austen fans will love, and a writer's workshop with award-winning essayist and fiction writer Sanai Kamal. Sanai Kamal receives star reviews in Library Journal and Publishers Weekly for her new book, Unmarriageable: Pride and Prejudice in Pakistan. Her first book, An Isolated Incident, won the KLF French Fiction Prize and Amazon Rising Star Award. She teaches creative writing at the EVW Institute and welcomes your questions about writing and publishing, about the writing and publishing process. This is going to be presented by the Gwinnett County Public Library. This workshop takes place tonight at 7 o'clock at Liberty Books, 176 West Krogan Street. It's free and open to the public. If you don't know about Liberty Books is a bookstore that opened up last year. It took the place, it's in the location where the art gallery used to be, right on the corner of Krogan and what street is that? I can't remember. I think it's Perry Street, but it's a bookstore right there. And I went in there. I was so excited. Only thing about it, they don't have a lot of space to kind of sit at. Like, I would love to go there and just hang out, with my friends and like have coffee and stuff. Just like I do at Barnes & Noble, because I'm always in Barnes & Noble. Like, I'm a junkie for Barnes & Noble. I love bookstores. I love libraries. I've always been like that. That's the weird thing. I've always been, here's the funny thing though. English was not my best subject in high school. It was my absolute worst for a minute. Well, I'm not going to say this. it was my worst subject until I got to the 10th grade. When I got to the 10th grade, it changed. But I've always loved books. Like, I remember being a teenager, ordering Harlequin. I don't know if you remember, but they used to have like the little insert inside the newspaper magazine where you could order the Harlequin books. I would order all the Harlequin books and just read. My brother used to hate it because it was just the two of us. And he would be like, man, I wish I had a brother because all you want to do is read. I love to read. And it's so funny because now I don't read as much as I used to because I just don't have the time because I'm so busy. But that's one of the things that's on my to-do list, to get back to just relaxing and reading because I used to love it so much. But anyway, I digress. If you want to learn how to self-publish your book, tonight at 7 o'clock at the Liberty Bookstore, it's going to be a workshop hosted by Sanaya Kamal. She is an award-winning writer, and it's presented by Gwinnett County Public Library, 7 p.m. Liberty Books is located at 176 West Krogan Street in Lawrenceville. That's downtown Lawrenceville. It's right on the corner. It's right in that building on the corner where the art gallery used to be. And the number for more information, if you got questions about that, you can call 770-978-5154. It will be a great time to sit down and, pen your manuscript while it's in the summer. Like, take some time out. Just say, you know what? I want to just spend some time this summer writing my book. Whatever it is, it could be a very small book. It doesn't have to be like a major book. You could write a novella, which is a very small book. Now they call them ebooks. Back in the day when I was publishing, because I've been publishing since 1998, they called them novellas. Now they call them ebooks. But you could do a novella, which is a very short book. And it could just be your story. Also, if you're looking for something fun to do, you may want to play music bingo at Shazzy's Bar and Grill in Beaufort. That sounds like a lot of fun, music bingo. This is going to be tonight. It's free to come out to do that too. It sounds like a lot of fun. Every Thursday for an action-packed evening of great food, great beer, and great fun. It's music bingo at Shazzy's Bar and Grill. And that's tonight from 7:30 to 9:30. And Shazzy's is located at 4949 Lanier Island Parkway, Suite 111 and Suite 112. You're going to win prizes. It starts at 7:30, so be there on time so you can have fun, and that's in Beaufort. Listen, people, that's all I got for you today. Listen, I love doing this show, and I've made a commitment to do it no matter where I am, if at all possible. And so I just wanted to say thank you for listening. If you missed the episode, go over to goodmorninggwinnett.com and listen in to the show. Share the show with your friends, and like us and share us on all your platforms. I look forward to coming back again to you on Monday. And, I'm out here in Vegas. I'm going to make the best of this trip. And I'll be back again on Monday, God willing. Until next time, enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Be happy. And most of all, love and laugh a little. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye for now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in daily at 9 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you miss an episode, go to www.goodmorninggwinnett.com to catch up. If you like this episode, go ahead and subscribe to the show now and share it with your friends.